Students, welcome to Unacademy YouTube. How are you guys doing? Let me start mine also so I can see how many of you joined. Right. Okay. Hi Shreya, good evening. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm just habitual to now saying good evening every time because all my classes are in the evening. I hope you're doing good, beta. Good morning, beta. Good morning. Okay. So, welcome to the class. Welcome to Unacademy Humanities. My name is Professor Urmi. I welcome you on board to learn from me and have a great time. Please remember, you ace your final examinations with Unacademy. I'm Professor Urmi Chakravorty, and this class is for psychology, class 12th. So, I will be taking the part 2 of the variations chapter, which we did in the previous class. Use my YouTube live code Urmi Live and get a 10% off Unacademy Iconic and Plus subscription, which I would be telling you the benefits for very, very soon. Okay, so I hope you have a great class and endeavor with me. Let me know if you have any doubts and we'll take it from here. Previous class, we had already covered the question number one, where we spoke about how the psychologist basically characterize and define the intelligence and what is the reason behind it and how does it happen and stuff like that. We also spoke about intelligence is not just restricted to the school marks. Intelligence is beyond that. It is a comprehensive definition which is with different aspects of maturity, how you slowly and steadily understand certain things with your age, how you basically synchronize yourself and adapt into the environment around you and understand with different kind of ability to adapt, shape, select environment and grow with the same. We also discussed about the question number two when we spoke about the extent in our intelligence and the result of nature and nurture, that how when you're starting nurturing yourself, it really becomes easy for you to fraternalize the concepts around and also to understand the environmental studies. You have to experience certain things, so it basically clears. Ma'am, how can we measure? Hi Varsha, how are you Varsha? Varsha is asking, ma'am, how can we measure our intelligence? See, our if we actually want to measure our intelligence, we can do it with comparing our IQ level with the mental age of a person, also with the person's chronological age. Okay, so the result of intelligence question, that's IQ, and a measure of intelligence that is then adjusted for age. So a simple way to calculate your IQ is basically by the following formula. That's IQ is equal to mental age which is basically divided by your chronological age into 100. So that's the easiest way, Varsha. That's how we basically try to find out about the IQ and our intelligence. So the intelligence quotient is basically called as the IQ. Clear? And please remember, every person has a different IQ. Every person's IQ differs from one to another. Uh, Despite of having same age or different age, it can really matter from one to one. Okay, so I'm glad that you guys are asking questions. Keep asking. I will take it from here. I will explain you any doubts you guys have. We'll make sure that this is the second part of the chapter. We will complete the first chapter's question and answers, and the next class I would be taking the second chapter question and answers. Okay, so please feel free, attend the classes. Any questions, free and ask. Okay, now let's take the question number 2, where we discussed about the identification of different types of people. So please remember, intelligence has to do a lot with the different age, different maturity levels, and it differs from person to person. It's never going to be the same. Okay, differs. Is there any person, Varsha is asking, is there any person whose IQ level is 0? Well, voice not audible. Is it clear now? One second. Is it clear now? Okay. So Varsha, your question's answer, there's no 0 point of IQ beta. Okay. We do not think of a person as having no intelligence. Although we may be tempted to make that evaluation on occasions. On occasion, you might feel that, okay, this guy is, or this girl has no sense, or no level of intelligence, or absolutely blank. But there is, nobody can have a 0 level of IQ. Somewhere or the other they will have. So there is no 0 level for IQ beta. Lowest level of intelligence can be somewhere called as 69 and below. 69 and below will be the lowest one. Okay, so the IQ levels are basically distributed. 90 to 109 is basically average. Okay, 80 to 89 is low average. Okay, 70 to 79 is borderline. Okay, and 69 and below is basically below average. It's like something like extremely low. So please remember the IQ classification, and 0 IQ is never there. Okay. Hi Gia, good afternoon. How are you doing, beta? Welcome to the class. Okay, so this is the IQ level. If you actually basically see, so Varsha, your question's answer of 0 level 1 is no. Every person will have somewhere or the other the IQ level. Okay, question number 3, we basically discussed about the multiple intelligence. We also discussed about how some people have language skills, some people have mathematical skills. Okay, some people are good in math, some people are good in language, some people are good in music, some people are good in sports, some people are good in spatial studies. Okay, some people are great in arts, some are great in crafts, some really have their IQ level great in terms of engineering. Okay, so it depends on person to person how they are, how they do. I'm fine, ma'am. How about you? I'm doing great, Gia. Thank you so much, beta. Okay, and this question has also come in the CBSE 2008 pattern: linguistic, logical, spatial, musical, bodily kinesthetic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, naturalistic. And these are, okay, we have also discussed in the previous class about how it is an important part and parcel of the nature. We did discuss about this, guys: flora, fauna, Some people really love being a part of the nature. Some people contribute in a part of being in the nature. Biological sciences. Some people love being hunters, farmers. All these things we have discussed. Okay, so let's move ahead. Question number 4, in the previous class, we also spoke about the Triarchic Theory. Now, before we move ahead, let me tell you, Psychology class 12th, I am taking a new fresh batch which is commencing from the next month, okay, from the 11th of May, right from the first chapter. So anybody who has just gone to class 12th can join this. Anybody who is repeating and who's going to give the class 12th examination this semester can also join for probably a revision class, maybe, where you can ask your questions if you have any. Please remember, I'm going to give you all the batch details very soon. And if you have not joined the Telegram channel of my the link which is given below, please move ahead and join the link. All the updates you will be getting there, and it will be easy for you to understand when is the new batch going to be launched. Also, for class 11 students, there will be a batch for you guys also, which is going to commence the next month. 7 p.m. it would be the timing for class 12th. It's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I repeat, 7 p.m. evening, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on Plus platform. Go follow my profile. You will get all the updates of my classes on the same. Also, subscribe to the Unacademy Humanities channel. So whenever there's a class from YouTube from my end, you get the pop-up and you can join for the same. All right. So let's move ahead. When we speak about this theory of intelligence, it is completely based on the Triarchic Theory of Intelligence, okay, where you're basically discussing about the society as well as the norms of the culture. So why it has a lot to do with all these things? Because the dimension which specifies the cognition process, that is your mind and your thought process, play a very important role in the problem solving attributes, okay, in your problem solving attributes. And this is important to understand because it starts with componential intelligence, that's analytical skills, okay, which consist of knowledge acquisition. Second, basically, is a part of meta components, then it is performance, and it is then experiential. Please remember, this is given in your book in terms of a what do you call, graph. Okay, and in the last class also I told you that rather than writing the graph, please make sure that you write point wise, because then you will be able to score really well. Okay, and this is the reason I'm telling you, rather than just writing in graph pattern, write it in the point wise. So you can see I have explained this as well. Now, before this, please, one more time, a reminder, like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for all the updates. Like I told you, any class which I take, you will get all the updates on the channel. Okay, and join the link which is already given in the subscription and in the description of the channel. Under my video, the class 12th Telegram channel link is given. So please move ahead and join the same, guys. Okay. Now, why I was telling you that I have a new batch which I'm going to take in class 12th, a new fresh batch for Plus subscription. Basically, the class here, you learn life from the comfort of your home. In these unprecedented times, it's really very, very tough, guys. Okay. Okay. Before we move ahead, first tell me, are you guys able to hear me, and is it clear? Hi, Koshendra. How are you, beta? Welcome to the class. Good afternoon. Okay, so now moving ahead, like I told you, in these unprecedented times, it's really very tough for all to get the, right mentorship or guidance. So Unacademy provides you with the Plus subscription, where you learn from the top educators of the country. You get regular doubt clearing sessions, an exhaustive coverage of syllabus for a proper mentorship. You get all the study material. Every fourth class is a doubt clearing session. You have live test series. You have new batch courses, and like I told you, the new batch courses, of course, every single month you get a new batch. So my new batch commences on the in the next month for psychology. Sociology, and all the details would be shared with you in the class Telegram link. Okay. Yeah, well, ma'am, enjoy study in lockdown period. We really can't do anything better. That's the least and last we can do. So, yes, that's all. Now, once again, please remember you can use my referral code. Okay, 1 minute, something is wrong with the pen. I think because of you guys saying lockdown and stuff, the pen also got worried and scared. What to be done? Now we really can't do better. At least it's better to be safe than going out and being sorry. So let's just take it like that. So please remember, Urmi Live is my referral code. You can use it and you can avail a 10% discount subscription and unlock the free special classes. So what do you exactly do? You have to go and see the month-wise plan. 1 month is 2,700, 6 months is 9,000, then 10,000. You can see the fluctuations which are happening here because every single time there's a change. So if you've not enrolled for it, please move ahead and do that. Okay, you can download the app and get the plus subscription with these codes, and you can unlock it with my referral code given above. Okay, you can also download the Unacademy iconic subscription. Now basically this is an amazing thing because it gives you a one-on-one mentorship and guidance where basically you have a parents connect, your teachers directly communicating with you. Your growth is based on the performance in the class with proper live doubt clearing sessions. Of course, the study planners, you will be getting a tracker point which will be provided with you by the educator, and every single thing will be taken care of, including all the added advantage and benefits of the plus platform. Okay, like I told you, you can download the app, and as you can see that again you can use my referral code Urmi Live here, which I've told you in the previous slide as well. uh, Please remember that you get a 10% discount if you use my referral code. I have also mentioned the referral code in the first sheet where it is going to be easy for you. You can see this. Urmi Live is my referral code. Very easily use this and get a straight 10% discount if you have not enrolled for any of the batches yet. Okay, moving to the iconic subscription, you can download and you can see different prices. Yes, of course the prices will be a little high because iconic is all about one-on-one basis. Now you can see the amazing picture where it is the Unacademy Humanities family, and these are the amazing educators on board. Um of course, who are going to teach you right from geography to English to sociology to history to political science, economics, business studies, and all these things are there together. So you can see I have Nikki ma'am, I have Ajay sir, I have some amazing mentors like Anita ma'am. All of us are together in taking these classes. Ashantam sir. So all of them are there, and this is the Unacademy Humanities family. So I hope you guys have a great time, and please reach out if you have any questions and any doubts. All right, now every day on the channel what you will get, you will be taught topics from history, pol science, economics, geography, English and socio. You will have top humanities educators will prepare you from school exams and your boards. You will interact with the educators during the live classes like today. If you have any questions and doubts, ask me. I will help you with it. Okay, so yes, these are your doubt clearing sessions. Then you can also use our referral code. That's Urmi Live. One more time, I'll help you with the code, and you can get a straight 10% discount on whatever subscription you would like to have. Now let's come to the fourth question, which I have already told you about the triarchic theory, where you can rather than using the graph, please use the points. Okay, all are well educators. Yes, thank you so much, Kausalinder. This is really a great compliment, and I'm glad that you really like the educators. And our team is making sure that we have some amazing kids passing out with great numbers and doing absolutely well in their lives. Let's today start with the fifth question. Now, today we were supposed to actually start from the pass model. This question, even in the previous class, I told you, pass is what? Basically, this has a lot to do with planning. Okay. When it comes to A, it has a lot to do with the concept of basically arousal. Okay. Also, this is attention. S is basically simultaneous. Okay, and the last S here is basically successive processing. Now, all these things are really very, very important when we speak about the past model in detail. Planning is about all the information is attended to be processed, planning is activated. This is the first step. Okay, without this, nothing can just move ahead. Okay, second one is, of course, the concept where arousal happens. Arousal and attention happens when it is attending to the stimuli. Okay, this is the most important part. So, arousal and attention enables a person to process the information, whatever he's thinking, whatever the thought process is. That's very important. Then you come to the simultaneous and successive planning. Now, what is it and processing? It's basically the RSPM test, where you're choosing a pattern for comprehending relationship study, where basically this refers to recalling the thoughts and the informations, that is, recalling one leading to the other. Okay, example is learning of numbers or digits. Okay, let's take learning of a mobile number. Now, this can be considered as one of the simultaneous processing and perceiving relation amongst the pattern of successive processing. This is very, very important. Okay, now not just numbers, you can say it can be learning a table. Okay, it can be learning multiplication. It can be basically a concept of a math problem. It can be anything which helps the person to understand, and the thought process is more balanced and systematic. Now, please remember, successive processing, on the other hand, refers to the recalling of information serially, so one can leads to another. For example, learning of digits, letter multiplication tables. Okay, now this can be given as an example. So planning is the first step, and it always helps you to meet, okay, guide, refer, and understand the problems. Okay, so please remember, in case of problems, this help you in meeting the goals. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, also please remember, what is something which is new with Unacademy. You have so many things. Buying the subscription pattern for 24 months and getting the entire creative corner for free. Point number one. You have IPL merchandise. Whenever you have doubt clearing session, you keep asking him, you have all the merchandise free. You have scholarship rupees 1 lakh to be no, not just 1 lakh. I forgot that they've now moved it to crores. Okay, to be one. So please move ahead. Learn from India's top educators, teaching coding at lowest prices. The codes, there are amazing courses for the young coders. Go ahead and check it. And you buy a subscription for 12 months, you get a 3 months free. So of course, this is one of my favorite one. And please move ahead and check the amazing stuff which Unacademy has recently launched. Okay, now coming to the class 11th, we have some batches which are the Prarambh batches for humanities. Okay, in English and Hindi both. We have English, Pol Science, History, Economics, Social Geography, and this is started from 19th, where the duration is basically 6 months. So if you have not joined them yet, please move ahead and check them out. All right. Now, we also have some more which have commenced from the 5th. Again, this is for your starting off your preparations early, where we have these humanities batches which are just helping you to ace examination. Please remember, the batch which I'm showing you right now, the medium of delivery here is language is English. So please remember, history, geography, economics, English, Pol Science, social, all the batches are basically there. So move ahead. Also, the batch which I told you, okay, that recently some batches are commenced. History, Nikki ma'am; geography, Barsha ma'am; Shantam sir for economics. Okay, Anita ma'am, English; Urmi ma'am for socio. I am taking this batch at 8:30 to 9:30. Okay, please remember, it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We have already started with the batch. Please do not miss if you haven't joined and enrolled yet. Virendra Saini sir for Pol Science. So yes, of course, history, geography, economics, English, socio, and Pol Science. All the batches have already commenced. If you have not joined it yet, move ahead and join the same. Do not waste any more time, class 12 people, okay? And it is not just restricted to the new batch, even the old students can join for the betterment and revision of the same, all right? So now let's go to the sixth question. What are the cultural differences in conceptualization about intelligence? What do you mean by the conceptualization? Any questions still here before we move ahead, guys? Varsha, Kaushalindra, Shreya, any questions still here as we move ahead? Any questions till here so that we move ahead? Just give me a thumbs up if it's clear till here so we can move ahead, guys. Because I want to complete this one today. Because from the next class, I'm going to take the chapter number 2. So we will not wait a lot. We will just quickly do it. So it becomes easy for you guys also. Okay, clear, ma'am. Let's move ahead. All right, thanks. Okay, all right, yes, beta. Chalo. So now when we speak about the cultural differences in conceptualization of intelligence, see, this is one aspect where you really cannot be dependent, okay? Everybody has a different approach and a set of thoughts, okay, which completely depends from and differs from each other, okay? Not what I think you would be thinking the same thing, not what you think I would be saying thinking the same thing. So we will have differences in our level of intelligence and our level of understanding what different thoughts and you know functions we would have. So basically, according to Sternberg, intelligence is a basic product of culture. It can have technological intelligence, which promotes a pattern of action. They are skills of attention, observation, analysis, speed, attraction, generalization, creativity. Now, creativity and innovation also, let's take an example. It differs from person to person, and everyone is not creative and everyone is not innovative. They might have their own way of processing certain things, and we need to take that. Okay, so integral intelligence is somewhere or the other the Indian tradition, okay, like the kind of mentality people have, that it has a no, it is going to be having a holistic approach, it is going to have certain things in life which might differ from one another, and how, okay, and how. So of course the views of intelligence will have different of opinion, different ways of thinking, different ways of which are based on self consciousness, etc. Okay, buddhi, you know what we call in Hindi, we basically called as buddhi. So it is completely different from one another, one to another. We cannot just match up that whatever you have, maybe I have the same level, or whatever level of consciousness I have right now, you will have the same one. It's completely different. And next basically is the social competence. Some people have the respect for elders. It comes within, okay, respect for elders. What they do is they basically go touch their feet, for example, touching their feet. Okay. Some people have this in their custom, so they do it. Some people don't feel like bowing down. So it's completely up to them. You know, it's the concept of faith, belongingness, authority, and believing in something which differs from one person to another. And here again, let me clear this off. Culture is involved. Culture is very much involved, and that's the reason you need to think of the same. Okay, next is emotional competence, that's self-regulation and monitoring, that how you basically think of the concepts which you have. Hi Gaurav, how are you? Good afternoon, beta. Welcome to the class. How are you, Gaurav? Fine, ma'am. Thanks, Gaurav. I hope everything is good with you, beta, safe and healthy, and everything is just, because of the tough times. I just hope you're doing great. Okay, let's move ahead then. Maybe I'm getting the messages late. Hi, Apurva. Okay, all right, let's move ahead. When we speak about cognitive competence, it is also about discrimination problem solving. See, some people have an habit of comparing, this comparisons and comparing goes on, which is really, really a very sad part, It should not happen. Sometimes there are people who have emotions which are valid and logical. Some people really are uh, emotionless, helpless. They don't know how to react, what to say, what to do, etc. Some people have this entrepreneurial competence, commitment, persistence, patience. They work hard, okay? They struggle, they complete their tasks, and they are very, very mature in every single thing. So there are people, and all these things are conceptualization of intelligence. Some people are lazy, they don't want to finish their job. Some people are beyond participative when they want to do certain things. So yes, it definitely plays a very important role when we speak about the patient's persistence and the competence level. Okay, now uh, when Varsha asked me, now this is the question, Varsha, probably you can just pay attention, which is very, very important. When we speak about the IQ, okay, that's basically the intelligence. Okay, the intelligence quotient here really plays a very important role. Please let me know if the AV is clear, guys. So because if it's clear till here only, then we will move ahead. Okay, if it's clear till here only, we will move. Pen. Yes, ma'am. Clear, ma'am. Okay. Hi, Mukku. I'm doing great, beta. आप कैसे हो? Hi, Red War King. Why are you guys so late today for the class? हॉस्पिटल गया था. ओ ओ ओके, आई होप एवरीथिंग इज फाइन बेटा. प्लीज टेक केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ and stay home, stay safe beta. Yeah, chalo. So let's see how the IQ level is calculated. Please remember, IQ is an index of brightness, and everybody has a different one. Okay, everybody has a different one. So when we speak about IQ level, point number one, nobody has a zero level IQ. Everybody has something which is more than zero. The lowest basically is considered to be, like I told you, the scale. I explained you the IQ range as well. It's given in the book also. So you can have a look at this right now. Above 130 is very superior. That's very, very intelligent people. Okay. Then there's 120 to 130. There's 6.7 basically. Okay, by the way, this is just 2.2. So let's take an example of scientists or people who are into the research fraternity. Uh, they probably can be one of them. Also, some people are into craft and arts and music and some sorts, certain things, entertainment and etc. Can be one of them who can be in the 2.2 population. Now, superior is 6.7. 110 into 119 is high average with 16.1 population. Average is 90 to 109. That's basically 50. Okay, 80 to 89 is low average, that's 16.1. 70 to 79 is borderline, that's just 6.7 percentage. Please remember, these are the percentage कि कितना percentage हमारे country में ऐसे लोग हैं, and how can we divide the same. Below 70 is mentally challenged and retarded, that's again 2.2. So this is the highest, and basically this is the lowest. But if you notice and if you see, there is none which will have a 0 percentage of IQ, and this we really need to know. Okay, so please remember, very superior, superior, high average, average, low average, borderline, mentally challenged and retarded. These are the different ways how it is systematically shown and given. Now this is the classification. It is in a very clearer picture, so you can just have a look at this one. And this table you can you can actually form you can just, if they are asking you to define the IQ levels, please make sure that you write. And this is how you can just differentiate certain things. See, can you see 2.2, 6.7, 16.1, 50.1, 16.7, 6.2, 2.2? This is the segregation. Okay. So you can mention this if it's a 6 marks question or if it's a 4 mark question. It is very, very important point. Any questions still here, guys? Can we write in point also, ma'am? Point also as in how you're saying. Okay, if you're asking me example figures and point data, figures and point data you can write, you can clearly mention, see, this IQ is relatively stable. Now see, MA and CA is given. Okay, so what basically is the mental age? MA is equal to the mental age. Okay, CA is equal to the chronological age. It's completely mentioned here. Okay, so of course, average, below average, and just the average. So basically, what's the formula? It's MA by CA into 100. Mental age divided by chronological age and 100. This is the easiest way. Any questions still here? Any questions still? Okay, no ma'am, continue. Fantastic. Then let's move ahead. FST. All right, thank you, Beta. Now, if you actually see the calculation, after that, it is the eighth question. Describe the various types of intelligence test. So, what exactly are the intelligence tests? How will you basically define? Okay, please remember individual tests are administered by one individual at a time. Okay, whereas the other group tests are done in different ways and again several individuals at a time. So individual is one at a time, okay, whereas a group test is transferred into several individuals at a time. Here, okay, this is the main thing. Also, do not allow an opportunity to be familiar with the subject's feelings. Seek answers in multiple choice format. It is relatively economical and less time consuming. Now, verbal, non-verbal also is one thing. Performance test based modes of administration. Here, okay, it can be different perspective. It has different illustrations are the terms. Okay, now what is the difference here? Please write. Only then we'll be able to help you. Please tell me if this is clear. Then we will move ahead. Group 1, what are you meaning to ask FST by group 1? All right. Okay. Group 1, what are you meaning to ask FST by group 1? Group 1, what are you meaning to ask FST by group 1? Group 1, what are you meaning to ask FST by group 1? Group 1, what are you meaning to ask FST by group 1? All right. Okay, group 1, if you're asking me the difference better than I told you, individual is administrated at once at a time. Individual is one at a time. Basically, it allows the people to answer in different ways, but different understanding or aspects of understanding is very different in this individual test. But what is it? Types of intelligence test we are doing, right? एक individual है which is done on a one on one basis. Group test है जिसमें बहुत सारे हैं because several individuals are involved, so it's not a club of all. Okay, so this is one important thing. Did you understand FST now? Did you understand the concept? Okay, ma'am. All right. Now, please remember with the group test, then there's verbal, non-verbal performance test. Now, verbal, I told you, it has a lot to do with administrated with illiterates only, who basically can read and write. Okay, this is important. Now, next can be non-verbal, where basically it has to take more pictures or illustrations because they cannot read or write. As simple as that. This is important, pictures or illustrations, because they cannot read or write. Okay. Now, is it clear till here, guys? Hi, Karan. How are you, Karan? Good afternoon. Welcome to the class. जी मैम, क्लियर मैम। जी मैम, क्लियर मैम, ठीक है। तो वही मैं पूछ रही हूँ कि एक इंडिविजुअल है, एक ग्रुप है, दोनों में डिफरेंस इतना ही है बेटा कि इंडिविजुअल वाले में सिंगल हैंडेडली होता है, ग्रुप वाले में मल्टीपल एंड सेवरल थिंग्स आर इन्वॉल्वड एट अ टाइम। ओके, नाउ लेट्स मूव अहेड। नॉन वर्बल एंड परफॉर्मेंस, आई टोल्ड, नॉन वर्बल आई टोल्ड यू, ना परफॉर्मेंस, मैनिपुलेट। Okay, this again has to manipulate the objects because only then things will be more clear. Example, draw man's test. Okay, where the Kohil's block design test has happened, ये मैंने plus में भी समझाया है, where the consistency has to be about the, for example, writing language is not important here when you're answering, rather than understanding and stimulating the entire concept is important when it is about the performance test. It depends on the way your performance and abilities are growing systematically and developing and showing what you're doing basically. Okay, next is culture based or culture fair test based on the nature of items which are used. Psychological tests that show a bias toward culture in the developed culture are basically culture bias. Now this I told you, everybody has their own choice. Okay, and it can very much differ, so you really cannot have the ability to basically transform one person to another or say ki bhai tum galat ho, tum sahi ho, tum sahi ho, tum galat ho. We cannot do that. So these are the consistency. See, simple fact, that's the reason they even mentioned that to overcome the limitation of cultural biased test, cultural fair tests were developed. Example, the non-verbal. Okay, also the performance test, which are also called to the people who can culturally take the test and you can get the cultural test done. For example, the standard progressive metrics. Okay, now the battery test. Okay, the battery performance test, I think it's done by the Bhatia. Okay, now the progressive what do you call is the concept of matrices. Even this I told you in the previous one, where it was very very simple. Okay, is it clear? Do we move ahead? Clear ma'am? Okay, all right, chalo. Now next one again, nature and nurture. अब ये वाला पहले में हमने पढ़ा है. What was it? Let's go back and I'll show you the first slide. Here you go. I'll show you. Wait, I just did this. No, we have just discussed about the nurture and nature. What extent is our intelligence the result of hereditary, nature, and environment nurture? This one. Only this question they have recrafted, or what you call recreated. where you have to discuss the points of the environment which play an important role, basis of the correlation results, and hence we are discussing the environmental studies. So what is it? Now let's go back to where we stopped. Here we go. All persons do not have the same intellectual capacity. How do individuals vary in their intellectual ability? Please remember, every individual has a different way of functioning. Their IQ levels are different. Okay, the entire population, some are gifted, some are not. Some are very superior, some's IQ's level are very low. Some are below average, some just do not know. Some are retarded, some are just average, some are just normal as the others are. Either it's the extreme or it's the less. It's either in the between or it is a more, there's a curve. And here the frequency distribution for the IQ scores tends to approximate a bell shaped curve, which is also called as a normal curve. Now if you actually study, there's a bell curve theory, ठीक है, जिसके बेसिस पे डिसाइड किया जाता है that it is basically a study about IQ and EQ. IQ level is intelligence quotient and EQ level is emotional quotient. This is a huge study which people are still doing. Okay, so the extreme right also lie to 2.2 percentage population which are already as gifted that they enjoy exceptional intelligence, exceptional talent, exceptional creativity. Now they can be very innovative. Okay, I'll write it here. They can be very innovative. They can have the luxury of just not studying and scoring well. They might have the right temperament of dealing with certain things, creative enough. And some people might be having an aspect of facing mental retardation, where it refers to the sub average intellectual functioning, where they have some issues. Because of that, they're not able to function steadily, they're not able to probably talk, discuss, or cannot reach a certain level. And it happens, there are many people who are facing this issue. Now the extreme right here, this again, like I told you, the people are being judged on the basis of their IQ levels. So the IQ levels are given here. Please remember, you need to learn this table and by heart this, so that anytime they can ask you a question, either a multiple choice question or a long answer question, you can definitely answer this if the table is clear and if it is learned properly. Okay. Now, what is the last and 10th question? Which are the two, IQ or EQ, do you think would be more related to success in life, and why? I really feel IQ is a good predictor of potential, but EQ is a great predictor of success, because this helps you in developing more skills, your mindset. Okay, you are able to grow, you are able to talk, you are able to have leadership skills and qualities and different sort of attributes. Ultimately, ये पूरा chapter क्या है? It is the variations of psychological attributes which play the most important role. Now, if you go to the outside world, it's not your numbers which are going to come. It never is the academic performance. It is about you to face challenges of life outside the classroom. And also remember, they are less antisocial and more cooperative, where you know with people, you interact with people, you know how to speak, when to speak, okay, and what to speak. And hence, IQ really is, maybe it's important, but emotional quotient is very, very important. And that's the reason I always tell the kids that no matter how you score, always remember to present yourself confidently, express yourself confidently, interact with the people confidently, because nobody's going to ask how much you've scored in class 10th or 12th, but they will see how can you express yourself and how you can introduce yourself when you're standing among so many people, and that really helps and matters. Now, how is aptitude different from interest and intelligence? Now, this is also an important question. You can basically craft these answers. These are very, very simple. How do you do that? Aptitude, of course, is a combination of potential and specific skills with training. You need to give a push so that you are doing well and you're prepared and you know certain things and people help you and the concepts are clear. So it's a specific mental ability or teachability of an individual to learn a particular skill. Please remember, people practice and only then probably can be perfect in this when we speak about the concept. Okay, next is basically the interest refers to the preference of a particular activity of what one enjoys doing. Interests are acquired and learned. Interest is a facilitator. An individual with high specific aptitude of having strong intelligence and interest is mechanical activities. For example, they can be great engineers. Okay, now not everybody can take for mechanical. Some people really want to be computer science engineers. Some people really do electrical. Some people are into electronics. Not everybody takes up mechanical. Only people who are interested. So your intelligence is also about your passion and creativity of learning certain things, the zeal which you need to have, only then it works. Okay, the passion, the diligence, the really hard work. Okay, intelligence is a global and aggregate capacity of an individual to think rationally and act purposely, which has to deal effectively with his or her environment. Okay, intelligence is a great mental ability. It is a product of heredity and environment, and it does not require training for growth. So please remember, it added skill set. Hi Harshit. Skill set really plays a very, very important role. Is it okay till here? So please let me know so that we do the last question and we would be done. Harshit, how are you, beta? Very good afternoon, beta. Welcome to the class. Clear till here? Clear, ma'am, ekdam. Harshit, I hope you're doing good, safe, sound, and everything is fine with you. Thank you for joining. Or you have joined late, but any which ways you can attend the last question, beta. Now, how is creativity related to intelligence? Okay, this has also come in 2010. Check for the 2015 paper also. They have a lot to do with creativity and innovation. I have seen this in most of the question papers. Sample paper may be here, creativity and innovation. In fact, the last part of the chapter is creativity and innovation. Please, intelligence. Please remember, creativity is just about, not just about producing ideas, but creativity also is about sometimes a gift that people have. Sometimes it is about the life which we have. Sometimes it is about the IQ levels which we need to follow. Sometimes it is about the solution of the problems which we need to work on. Okay. um, Objectives of creativity and different sort of intelligence match up because it has a lot to do with each other. It is interconnected with each other, but it is really different than each other. Not everybody who is intelligent will be creative. Not everybody who is creative would be intelligent. This also remember. Okay, now there are different kind of creative tests basically which are different from intelligent tests. So creative tests, okay, okay, please remember, creative tests are different from intelligence test. And why? Because creative test is about divergent thinking, also convergent thinking, whereas intelligence measure convergent only. So please remember, creative test you will have divergent thinking as well as convergent thinking, whereas it is about your intelligence, it only consists of the convergent thinking. This is very, very important. And yes, also creative test measures imagination. It has a very open-ended way of dealing with certain things, whereas intelligence is, this is a very important point, okay, and which sums it all. Creative test questions open-mindedness, whereas no specific answer, whereas intelligence test mostly use close-ended questions. That's all, like your academics. But creativity is beyond academics. Okay, so with this we sum up with today's class. Please remember, guys, stay safe and stay home. And one more thing is, take care of yourself. The times are tough. So Unacademy wishes you all that you all are safe in your homes and take care of yourself and your family. And I'm gonna see you guys very, very soon. I hope everything is fine and you have learned so many things, and I hope this class has really helped you. So please let me know on the comment section if there is any class which you want me to take for you guys in the next sessions. and I would definitely try to take the same. All right. So please take care of yourself. God bless. Stay safe. And one more time, see you guys very soon. All right. So thank you so much. Bye bye, and God bless you.